We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season. And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you draw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver. That one, a gain of 20 in a first down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet. No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Once more, here's Eckler. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The Chargers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless. And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Herbert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3. Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. He's got Allen. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Gonna throw on third down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Touchdown, Chargers! Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Lawrence will throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Lawrence. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That caught by Manhurts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw, Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for him for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get him next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Now the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Lawrence on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll drop that underneath to ETN. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot. The line corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chargers 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, able to just roam and hit.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Another toe-free. He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping in the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Charger drive about to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 6. Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
Jaguars take over a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Chargers 14. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a first down. And he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope he continues improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defense advantage, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina of did that against Denver. They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. This to make it a 2-score game. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 56 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been a 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Past the 20. 5. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Chargers 26. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Here's it's Logan Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now ETN to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
In the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Herbert. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Lawrence. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Running on first down, Eckler. And some space here. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Lawrence. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. And as this defense moves off the field, they just do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chargers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year.